All right, so today we're going to be talking about one of the most interesting trends to come along recently. Now, obviously, we're in the post-2020 world, so nothing surprises me anymore. But, you know, it's one of those things that it's tough to say. I'm going to predict, because again, people don't like it when you're wishy-washy. I'm going to predict that this is going to be a theme for quite some time. Now, I'm about 70% certain of that. There's a 30% chance that by the time you're watching this video, it's completely irrelevant. But if I'm 70% right, what is it from Anchorman? You know, 60% of the time, or I butchered it. Video editor, put the Anchorman quote in. 20% of the time it works every time. I don't know. I ruined it. Anyway, low float IPOs. All right, welcome back, everyone. I am lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen. And listen, HKD, speaking of quotes, shook up the world. HKD truly shook up the world. Okay, remember, this is extreme micro float IPO stock, started trading at $20 and went to $2,600 a share in the matter of 2 weeks. Okay, incredible. And I mean, pretty much all the way back, well, still at 190. But what that did is created a theme. And when I talk about this theme continuing to stick around, listen, meme stocks. I mean, here we are 2.5 years post-COVID lockdown when the meme stocks first ran. Bed Bath & Beyond was up 30% this morning. AMC went from 20 to 25 the last week or so. So that's where I'm sticking with the thought that I think this trend is going to stick around considerably longer. Now, what I'm going to talk about in this video that is quite a bit different than what you're used to. Listen, I've got a bunch of videos on the channel talking about how to trade IPOs. Now, what we got to delineate, okay? And this is what a lot of people struggle with. And I think it's so important because a lot of people don't understand the difference between quote unquote real stocks and quote unquote trash, junk, Chinese, sketchy, low float IPOs. Okay. So, you know, I think of like some of the ones we've talked about in the past, like, you know, like Peloton, SoFi. I mean, a lot of these great IPOs over the last few years that, again, real businesses, real companies, names that you recognize, names that hedge funds are going to trade, names that pension funds are going to trade, names that you know, big investors are going to put millions of dollars into. Okay, there's a difference between a real company. Again, obviously Peloton pulled way back, but it got ahead of itself. But I mean, you can buy their product. Okay, you can actually get the bike. You can actually subscribe to their service. You can actually take their classes, okay? That is when we use that normal 3-day shakeout pattern. Again, we'll link to that. I think I've done several videos over the years, okay? We look for that big, crazy opening day, look for them to stabilize, and then we look at the break of the high. That I've talked ad nauseum. If you're talking real stocks, please watch those videos. That does not apply to something like MEGL because of the fact this is a scam. It's a joke. Probably will get delisted. Actually, let me know in the comments. And seriously, like if you're watching this video weeks from now, these MEGL and HKD may be delisted. They may be at zero. They may not even be tradable. Okay. So drop me a comment. Are any of these delisted? MEGL, HKD, drop the date on there because there's a good chance. Now, that doesn't mean we can't day trade. I mean, as of today, as of 10:54 a.m. as I'm recording, this is the best play of the day. Now, why do I say that and how do you actually trade it? Okay, you're like, well, Tim, it's at 15. I missed it. Tim, I'm watching this video weeks later. I have a solution for you, my friends. And the solution is Oracle, okay? So if you're on pre-market prep, you know every single day, well, 9 out of 10 days, I look to Oracle to give me that number one idea. Now, I still go through my process. I still go through a step-by-step methodology, but I'm looking to the algo to do two things. To confirm my bias, okay? Remember, confirmation bias often has a negative connotation, but if you're just confirming your bias that, hey, you know, I I hate this political view, and then all you do is read views and opinions and articles that reinforce that. Well, you need to expand, you need to broaden your mind, you need to take in different opinions. But if you've gone, in this situation, if you've gone through a process and you've isolated that, okay, I think MEGL is the best play of the day, can I use now the algo to confirm that bias and see if I'm in the right place? And in this case, you did. You can see MEGL is bullish on Oracle and was one of the most liquid plays. 22 million shares traded at only 11 a.m. Okay, this thing, who knows, could trade 50 million plus today. So that is great. So now I've gone through my process. I know that these IPOs are hot right now because of HKD, okay? And because of MEGL. I mean, MEGL went to $200 a week ago. Okay, I don't think I brought up the daily chart. Okay, it went to $250 5 days ago. Okay, so obviously all eyes are on this for the bounce day. Now, let's move on. Okay, Tim, this thing moves crazy. How do I get entries? How do I get exits? And that is part two of what's so amazing about Oracle. And keep in mind, Oracle is proprietary. It's built into StocksToTrade. You can only get it with StocksToTrade. Click the link below, get the trial, okay? You have full functionality of Oracle in the trial. It's a proprietary tool. Only we have it. Okay, listen, StocksToTrade is awesome for scans. It's awesome for stock charts. It's awesome for the news. But hey, flat out, you can get charting anywhere, okay? You can get VWAP and EMA and Bollinger Bands and RSI, all those technical indicators, you can get them anywhere, okay? I mean, listen, I think StocksTrade's best, but you can get patterns, okay? You can get a news feed. These things are all everywhere. Oracle is one of the things that is proprietary to only StocksToTrade, and I think it's one of the best things. Now, why do I think it's one of the best things? Because I was active in the development of it. I didn't code it, but I worked with the developers to code in these key levels, these entries, and these predictions for where to take entries, where to take stops, and where to take profit goals. Okay, so let's fast forward. Okay, you can see the signal, $10.20. This signal would have came through at 9:34 a.m. ish. So I say ish because Oracle, it calculates the opening values, the bid, the ask, the upticks, and the downticks, calculates the price action, and then gives you that 3 to 4 minutes after the open. So I'm going to go to a 1 minute chart, and you can see, so at 9:34 a.m., right here, stock was trading at $9.70. You then get that 1020 level, and here's the thing. Look at right there. I went to let me go to a 1 minute chart to give you a better clarity here. So now you've got that 1020 break right here at 9:39 a.m. So you basically had 5 minutes to prepare and get ready and take that entry. Now what's great, let's jump back over to Oracle and let's go to MEGL, and I'm going to run over and notice this level, 970, okay? You've got these key levels mapped out. So 970 would be a good stop point, okay? Which oddly enough was basically VWAP, okay? Understand, if you watch my videos, if you're familiar with this, you know we use those high day breaks, the dip and rip, okay? If you're familiar with the dip and rip setup from the ebook, it's mostly high day breaks on low float, heavily shorted stocks, risking VWAP, okay? If you're on StocksTrade Advisory, if you're on the Steady Trade team, you have heard that so many times. But again, if you don't know how to recognize those levels, Oracle walks you through it. So now you have a 1020 entry, you got a 970 stop, and then you can start mapping out goals, okay? So you can see some of these intermediary levels, 1112, okay? 1254, 1480 just blew through. 1850 is the next resistance level. So the way you use that is, and geez, this thing might hit 1850 right now, okay? So and then you can see these levels are mapped out on your chart as well. So like, here's a good example at like 1480. So let's say, and notice how, and I'm telling you, remember these levels are predetermined earlier. Notice how they align with basing areas, but let's talk the most recent area at like 1480. So say you took the 1020 entry, maybe you were even later, wherever your entry was, you can see that for 10, 12 minutes, this thing really struggled to break 1480. Now, ultimately worked out, but the point I'm trying to make is that would tell you, so you're in this trade, you're looking at that Oracle level and you're like, geez, the stock's up a lot. It's up, 70, 80% at that point. Okay, it's struggling with an Oracle level. Maybe I take profits, okay? And I think, listen, yes, it's much higher, but that would have been a wise point, okay? And even look at here at this Oracle level, 1250. Listen, if you took the 1020 entry, you're still up over $2 a share. So what that does is keeps you from giving back profits and keeps you from turning winners into losers. Okay, listen, I'm glad you're here on the channel. Love it. You're here to learn trading. Again, drop me another comment. How many times have you turned a big winner into a small winner? Or even worse, and listen, I've been there more times than especially when I was getting started. How many times have you turned a winner into a loser? Because you didn't recognize levels and you didn't recognize when was a good time to just take profits. $100, $500, $1,000, whatever whatever that level is that works for you. And then all of a sudden, now you're back to break even. Now all of a sudden you're red. And you know how frustrating that can be. I was up 500, now I'm red. I was up $1,000, now I'm red. Okay? It screws up your account. Okay? Now all of a sudden you feel like you wasted the day, and it screws up your mentality. I mean, listen, if you've been there, you know what I'm saying. You get frustrated, you overtrade, you revenge trade, you get all frustrated, etc. So, my friends, get the trial, get Oracle, and geez, this thing might hit 1850. I gotta stall. I'm done with my agenda. I'm the king of rambling. I gotta ramble on for about 5 more minutes and we'll probably get 1850. So anyway, take advantage of the trial, check out Oracle, and this is what I want you to do. Okay? Come on pre-market prep, Stocks to Trade Advisory, we'll link it below, and let's use Oracle together. Okay? That's what's great about me being live every single morning. You can ask me, hey, what do you think about this level? Do you think that's a good entry? Do you think that's a good stop? Do you think that's a good goal? These stocks move fast. You have to have all 3 of those components. Have a great day. I need to tell a story. There was once this time, but anyway, drop me a comment. Did it break through 1850? I'm going to have you comment like crazy. Have a great day, my friends. We'll see you next time. I just need to stall for 1 more minute. Check out Stocks Trade Advisory, get the trial, check out Oracle, and we'll see you next time.